You know, I was asked that question, Chris, recently. I was filling out my papers to file with a man by the name of Jerry Brown. And we're both there together. And he walks in and I introduce myself, and then we wait outside, and I have my 10-year-old, my 8-year-old with me. And I said, Jerry, I would like a picture with my competitor. My girls would like it. What's he going to do with 15 TV cameras in his face? He said, sure. And then he looked at me and he said, why are you running for governor? And with no hesitation, I said, because it's time to restore California to a constitutional government. He had the gall to say, you must be a 10th Amendment guy. And I said, I absolutely am. I wanted to say, and you should be too, you're an attorney general. For 9 months, I've been speaking about the water issue in the Central Valley. I've talked with Sheriff Mack about it, who has endorsed me for governor. I'm telling you this, I heard a lot of talk. On the first day in office, I will sign an executive order to turn the pumps on. I will let unrestricted water flow to the Central Valley farmers. Central Valley produces 70% of the nation's fruits and vegetables. We don't need solar panels in the Central Valley. We need crops. You know, the politicians in Sacramento have strangled the life out of California businesses and have put 4 million Californians out of work. I will repeal the abusive rules, regulations, and taxes that have crippled our economy and devastated our families. I will jumpstart this economy by giving the existing businesses a 25% tax break. And I will start immediately to meet with businesses that are looking at forming in California and find out what it's going to take to get them here. We will create jobs for every man and woman in the state. And let me tell you, if you're on welfare, we'll have a job for you too. You know, when it comes to state income tax, I believe Thomas Jefferson was right. Don't tax the farmer on what he produces, tax him on what he spends. Therefore, we need to eliminate the state income tax. And we need to initiate what Jefferson said, a consumption tax. And by doing that, every resident, visitor, and undocumented immigrant from any nation will pay their fair share. This will create much greater cash flow for the state, and you and I and the residents of all the counties of the state will no longer bear the burden alone. When it comes to the Second Amendment, it's very simple. Not only do we have the right to bear arms, but we have the right for ammunition too. The California Constitution guarantees Californians the right to defend life, liberty, and protect their property. And I will defend your individual rights according to the Constitutions of the United States and California. The current polls would have you believe that 50% or more of Californians support same-sex marriage and say that California is a liberal state. It's simply not true. Twice the people of this state have voted for marriage between a man and a woman, and I agree with them. I care about people and families of California, and I firmly believe that life begins at conception. And I will protect the unborn. Did you know that California spends nearly 60% of its entire budget on education? That's more than $60 billion annually. Yet our children have the worst test scores of any state, any of the 50 states. Or should you say 57? I guess you'd have to be born here to know the difference. We don't have a money problem with education, we have a management problem. And as the governor, I will reconstruct the Department of Education from Sacramento all the way down to the classrooms. I will get the state out of education, and I will put the power of education back into the local school boards and give the parents the power to make decisions for their children. I will initiate a voucher system just like Florida did. Their test scores went up 10 points, ours went down, it worked. And I will take limits off the charter schools. We've talked a lot about Obamacare. We've talked a lot about the water issue. I'll tell you one thing. The duty of preserving the sovereignty of California falls squarely on my shoulders as governor, and I will not run from it. When I'm elected, I will begin a process to resurrect Senate Joint Resolution 44, the California State Sovereignty Resolution adopted in 1994. Thus declaring that health care bill null and void. And I will go further in directing the Attorney General to file suit. I will no longer allow the socialist federal regime to interfere with the ability of our decisions to make the right decisions for Californians. We will drill for oil. We will harness solar and wind power. We will develop small mini nuclear power plants. We will do what the federal government says we cannot, and we will turn the water on. Make no mistake about it, these are tough times. You are going to need a tough governor who is willing to stand up for you and your family, and that is me. The election is not about me, but it is about we the people. We the people have the power to vote out every liberal politician in the House and the Senate. We the people have the power to dethrone the wealthy who are trying to buy the governor's chair. We the people will not fade quietly. We the people will stand against that socialist regime in Washington and the people trying to take over this state house in Sacramento. And we, the people, will stand with the founding fathers of this great nation. In fact, we are the founding fathers and mothers of a new state and a new nation. Our goal is liberty and justice for all without excessive taxation. Our Bible and our Constitution are our guide. We will not fail, we will prevail. Our children and all generations to come will look back on this moment in time, and they will give thanks for what we have done. It is our time. Time has come. We, the people, have been given an opportunity to restore this state. We can do it, and we will do it. My name is Ken Miller. I'm running for governor of California. Would you come walk with me and we'll do this together? I love you, Central Valley. God bless you.